Alright guys, and welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. Things have gotten far way out of control. You got someone channeling Dahlia Hawthorne right now. We don't know who it is. It can't be Iris because they said specifically that she had no spiritual powers. There was no spiritual power. She had like weak powers. She wasn't strong enough to summon, your girl Iris. Or, excuse me, Dahlia. See, it's out of control because you got Iris, and then you got Dahlia, and then you got someone channeling Dahlia, and you got Iris at the same time somewhere. I want to know if Iris is still in the cavern working with... I don't know, man. This is so confusing. It's gotten way out of control, and we need to figure out how we're going to deal with this shit. It's February 10th, 1:06 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 7. This is one of the more interesting cases of the series. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Gavel! Now then, let's continue where we left off, shall we? Well, witness? Yes, how can I help you, Mr. Judge? Well, it seems that if we're to learn the truth, we'll need to hear your testimony. I have no problem with that. But when you have seen what I have done, sometimes the truth is better left unknown. What? In any case, let's hear your testimony. Tell us about the plan that was carried out that night. Oh god. This is gonna be ridiculous. The whole plan began with my death. What? The stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, Maya Fey would first have to die. The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. The plan went wrong, but it seemed to have succeeded anyway. So that means you really are. Hold it. Wait a minute. Did you just say the plan was to kill Maya Fey? I thought so. You have a problem with that? Don't give us that nonsense. There's no way that... Watch yourself, trite. If you got a problem, solve it during cross-examination. That's my rule. And out of nowhere, we certainly believe that spiritual powers exist. Mr. Godot is correct, and by the way, and that's my rule as well. To kill Maya, could it be true? The plan. The whole plan began with my death. Wait a minute, so what the hell? You were executed last month, correct? Yes, I was hanged. It wasn't exactly pleasant. Ah! How did you manage to discuss the plan? When did you talk with Morgan Fay? Last year, she was transferred to the same detention center as me. Since I was on death row and she was my mother, it was actually pretty easy to meet with her. So that's when you discussed the plan. She got hanged. Ugh. I thought there was more pleasant deaths, like something that instantly kills the damn criminal. Getting hanged? They hang people? That's fucked up. Hey, are you crazy? At first that woman was planning to kill me as well. Even though I'm her own daughter. What? All to make Pearl Fay the master of Kurain? She's a cold, twisted woman. She thought she could finally regain her lost honor. The honor she lost when her younger sister Misty took her place as a master. Ever since that day, she's been working on this plan. A plan, huh? A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. You're talking about Pearl, right? Is that correct? Yes, though at first she had high hopes for the two of us. You and your twin sister, Iris? That's correct. Fortunately, neither of us had much spiritual power. That's why we were abandoned by her, along with our father. Damn, abandoned? The only person I ever really cared about in my life was myself. My sister was a nuisance, so I convinced my father to leave her at the old temple. You mean Iris? Yes, my father remarried a woman who also had a daughter. The less children you have, the more money there is to go around, right? And on top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general. How horrible! The real horrible one was that woman. That bitter, vengeful woman. It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child, Pearl Fay. She was born with an abundance of spiritual power. Unfortunately for her, Morgan Fay helped all of her broken hopes and dreams on that poor child's back. Damn! All because of her pathetic dreams of having her bloodline become the main family. But for it to work, Maya would first have to die. Dahlia would look like the main... She looked like a... Maya would have to die, but... Dahlia looked like she would do fine in a Danganronpa game. She'd probably be like the third chapter... Maybe the third and fourth chapter killer and shit. Maya would have to die, but why? For our bloodline to succeed as the main family... Why would you agree with your I thought you hated your mom. Why would you agree to doing something like that? The remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of. But Pearls would never argue or agree to a plan like that. She adores Maya. How sad. You still don't get it, do you? What Pearl wanted had nothing to do with it. Morgan didn't care one bit about Pearl. The only thing she cared about was the position of the master. That's all. That's ridiculous! She was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter, and naturally the life of Maya Fey as well. How could anyone do that? Why does she always smile when she says Maya Fey like that? The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. Damn, she's taking down her whole family and shit. You were gonna kill Maya? Pearl didn't need to know anything about it. All she had to do was to follow the instructions in the letter and channel me. Then I would have simply used her body and finished the job. In any case, I'm already dead and there's nothing any of you can do to me. Urgh, that's true. I don't care what they can say, she dead and she pulled this off. Wait, I don't care what you can say to this woman. I don't care if you try to make her feel bad about herself. She killed somebody. Y'all can't do nothing about it but try to make her feel bad. Well, you suck! That's all they can really say. On Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple, she and I look absolutely identical. No one can tell us apart. If someone were to witness me killing Maya, naturally they would think it was Iris that had done it. And the witness in this case was the head nun's sister, Bikini. I never would have guessed she was going to return to Hazakura Temple that night. But she wound up seeing Iris' crime anyway. Iris' crime. But why did you want to put the murder on Iris in the first place? She's your twin sister, isn't she? Psst. Twin sister? Don't make me laugh. She's nothing but a backstabber. I couldn't care less about her. Backstabber? She's talking about the plan that they made several years ago. You just don't understand. You never will. Anyway, the plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway. You think the plan was a success? You heard me. Just says that woman had hope. Maya Fey is dead. How do you even know that? Now the title of the master will pass on to Pearl Fey. That's absurd. Maya is she's just trapped inside the sacred cavern. Really? You're as foolishly optimistic as ever, aren't you? My darling Feeny. Don't you dare call me that name! Do you want to know the truth? Ever since we met, I despise you. You're sniveling, naive, you're pathetic, and other people do! I just want to know one thing. What did you personally think of Morgan Fey's plan? Look at that hair. I told you already, didn't I? It was a stupid plan. It had no point, no value other than fulfilling her own greedy desires. Yes, it was certainly nothing to be proud of. Was she just trying to get revenge because Mia Fey condemned her to be hanged? If that's how you feel, why did you help her carry it out? Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya? You may not understand it, being the kind and gentle soul that you are. You may not be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that. So then tell me! Isn't it obvious? I'm not like that woman. I only acted my own self-interest. The reason I helped her was for myself. For my own personal satisfaction. What the hell? She went to that serious face. What did you say? So this woman, Dahlia Hawthorne, she had her own reason for wanting Maya dead? We already know, because Mia Do you understand why I would kill Maya Fey now? What my goal was? Presser. Obviously, it's because you were helping Morgan Fey. Helping? Don't make me laugh. From the day I was born to the day I died, I'd never helped anyone. I lived for myself, and in the end, I died for myself. I thought that was obvious. So she wasn't actually cooperating with Morgan. She was just using Morgan in her plan so she could accomplish her own goal. All I wanted to do was kill Maya Fey. That was the only way I could think of to get revenge. Yeah, revenge! There we go. It looks like I have no choice but to present that piece of evidence. I can't believe it. She meant to kill Maya. I gotta keep a cool head. And I need to get more information out of her. It's the only way to understand this plan and what she was after as well. She wanted to kill Maya to get revenge for what Mia did. She can't kill Mia because Mia was already dead. I can't believe it! Shut up, Phoenix! I guess I was supposed to present it on that last statement. Yes, I understand now. You wanted to kill Mia. Objection! It's not really an objection, really. Could it be that you actually wanted to, or that your goal had nothing to do with Maya Fey herself? As I said, none of you have the power to punish me anymore, because I'm already dead. I'm already dead! I had the same problem, you see. You can't punish the dead, and you can't take revenge against them either. You wanted to take revenge on someone? I was sentenced to die because of that woman, Mia Fey. I somehow knew this was it. I somehow knew it was it too. I wanted to send her a message. It was at her hands that I suffered my first humiliation. I wanted her to feel the same pain she made me feel. Sadly, when I realized revenge was impossible, I gave up. And the reason it was impossible? Was it perhaps because Mia Fey had already died? Yes, and I realized there's only one way to take revenge against the dead. And how do you do that? Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever. I wanted to take away the person that Mia Fey loved the most. I wanted to kill her with my own hands. That would be the one and only way I could take my revenge against Mia Fey. That was the reason I helped out with the woman's plan. Oh my goodness. Just for that? For that you would kill Maya? Your goal was no different than that of Morgan Fey. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. What a cruel plan. Cruel, cold, and heartless. Huh. Don't waste your time preaching to the dead. I've already told you, there's not a thing you can do to me. Grrr! That night, there's nothing you can do. There's literally nothing you can do but try to make her feel bad. At about 9:30 p.m., I materialized into this world. I quickly pinned my hair up and put on a demon-warding hood. Then I picked up the staff that was by my side and left Hazakura Temple. So it was Elise Donum who channeled her after all. That ridiculous head nun never noticed a thing. She left Maya Fey at the inner temple and wobbled back clutching her poor old back. What did you do then? That kid was easier to handle than I had hoped. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and... Oh! So then you're saying you stabbed Maya? It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. Does that mean no clear memory? I don't know. I think I was stabbed. You were stabbed? At the last minute, Maya Fey must have stabbed me. I'm sure of it. That's not like her at all. Maya wouldn't stab a French fry with a plastic fork. Anyway, I suddenly lost consciousness. Somebody else was there then. But before I did, I scrawled her name on the lantern. What I don't understand is, wasn't there somebody else that opened and read the letter? Miss Donum read it too, because Pearl showed her the letter to help her read and understand the things that was on it. But before Pearls even had the letter, somebody else had read it. So I'm thinking it had to be someone that either... It had to be someone from... I don't know. It had to be... I'm thinking somebody from the government. Someone that works with the police. Somebody knew it. Because how does she write a letter from jail without, you know, the police not knowing where it was coming from? You know what I'm saying? Like, the police had to handle the mail, the letter, right? Because the prisoners can send letters, right? If I'm not mistaken. And obviously, wouldn't the police know about it? Or whoever handles the shit there at the jail cell? It had to be somebody from the police or the government or whatever. Someone we know. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back. I had hoped they would cast suspicion on her. I can't believe she was thinking of that until the bitter end. That's when my memory temporarily stops. It stops? I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with my own two hands. My very last memory was Maya's terror-filled eyes. When I woke up after that, I was in the sacred cavern surrounded by darkness. You were in the sacred cavern. That entrance was sealed with one of those trick locks. Somehow I had been trapped in there. But how did you wind up in there? I'd like to know that myself. Someone else must have channeled her. Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya Fey was dead. And I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld until I knew I had killed her myself. For a ghost, you're one tough cookie. I wanted to get out of there and make sure she was dead. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out. The trick lock stops you. I didn't know how to remove it. So then you're saying you were actually confined against your will inside the sacred cavern? Yes, I wanted to get rid of that annoying lock as soon as possible. But it wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it. Interrupted? It was early in the morning, but someone came into the training hall. What? Who? Could it have been Maya? I thought the same thing, but I couldn't see. Why not? If someone had spotted me, I would have lost my chance to take revenge. So I made sure to hide myself well at the back of the sacred cavern. That morning, only 2 people could have gone into the training hall. Maya and Pearls. Pearls was putting the damn, yeah, she put the damn gravy on the poster. Pearls went there to cover the hanging scroll in the gravy, yeah. Still, I finally managed to remove the lock. But I was too late. No one's gonna ask who the hell is channeling Dahlia. The flies had already started to gather. The bridge had been fixed and the police had started their investigation, correct? Naturally, I couldn't go out. So instead, I returned to the cavern and put the lock back on myself. I realized I wouldn't get a chance to see Maya's corpse as I had hoped. But just then, Lady Luck showed up. Lady Luck. After that big earthquake, she showed up all by herself. Iris. The real Iris. She said she'd come to make sure the sacred cavern was... Oh, she must have switched places. Oh my god, this is what I think would happen. Maya channeled Dahlia Hawthorne, and Dahlia didn't know she was channeled by Maya. Somehow, I don't know how that works. And then she saw Iris, and then switched places with Iris, and Iris is trapped in here right now. I came out from the sacred cavern and got a feel for the situation. I don't know. This is confusing. And I locked her away to my place. Yeah! But why isn't she screaming for help or nothing like that? I had finally learned exactly what had happened. It was then that I learned that the plan had actually succeeded. What do you mean your plan has succeeded? I had misunderstood one thing, you see. That night, the one that had summoned me had assumed that it was Pearl Fey. Well, of course you would have assumed that. It was written in the instructions. But I was wrong. That person that had actually called my spirit back was Donum. Misty Fey, the picture book author. What? That's really the only possibility, isn't it? after I lost consciousness in the garden. It was her body that was left lying there. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Maya Fey. I wasn't able to kill her with my own hands after all. But even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit. And that is... matricide? The sin of killing your own mother. Ah! No way! But she saw no, Maya couldn't have killed her though. Think about it. If Maya was in front of her, she saw the terrified look on her eyes, right? But then she said she got stabbed. But the thing is, Miss Donum was stabbed in the back, so someone else killed Miss Donum. So, she's absolutely wrong about that. It's true that I was the one who attacked Maya Fey, but even so, the murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Fey's life was no other than your darling little Maya. Hell no! Ridiculous! That's nonsense! Are you sure about that? Just think about it. There's even evidence supporting these facts, isn't there? What? What do you mean? What is this so-called evidence? The fact that Maya Fey had disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it? The idea that she's still in the sacred cavern is just ridiculous. She wasn't able to escape from the inner temple, that much is obvious. In that case, there is only one place she could be. Where? Do I have to spell it out? The bottom of the Eagle River, where else? Eagle River? Maya Fey killed her long-lost mother. Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that? That's why she threw herself into Eagle River. So if it's one thing, we don't want Dahlia to know that she's channeled by Maya. Because that's the only other thing I can think of right now. Most bodies that wind up in there are lost forever. If she knows she's channeled by Maya right now, she would probably try to kill herself in Maya. So, what do you have to say now? Feeny. Oh, she's toying with him. Damn, everybody's like, what the fuck is this? Nice ringtone there, pal. Oops. Sorry, that's my phone. What kind of ringtone is that? Beep. Godot here. Okay, thanks. Did they analyze what was on that damn knife? Was it something important? They just finished removing the locks from the sacred cavern. That's great! What about Maya? There was a woman in the cave. Was it Maya Fey? It was the accused, Sister Iris. If you think about it, let's add it all up. Miss Donum summoned Dahlia, right? And Pearls couldn't summon Dahlia because Dahlia was already summoned by Miss Donum. So Donum summoned your girl Dahlia, met with Maya, right? The thing is, she got killed. She got stabbed in the back, so Miss Donum was dead, so she couldn't summon anybody else. Dahlia somehow appeared in the sacred cavern or whatever, right? So I assume that she was summoned by Maya. Maya summoned Dahlia. Pearls couldn't summon Dahlia because guess what? Dahlia again was being summoned by someone else. She thinks she lost her spiritual power, but at all those times everybody was summoning Dahlia, so she couldn't summon Dahlia. So I'm thinking like the only Dahlia is being summoned by Maya. There's no way in hell that she fell into the Eagle River. Don't look so surprised. I locked her in there yesterday. I just got finished telling you that. So what about Maya? Where is she? There was no one else found inside the sacred cavern. No, it can't be. No, this can't be happening. I told you, didn't I? And no one's gonna ask themselves who the hell is channeling Dahlia right now, right? No! No! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. We already seen Pearls. Pearls was next to us when Dahlia was already summoned. It seems that this case has come to an end. A tragic end. No, nigga! Maya is still alive! Dude, do the math! There's only one more person that can summon her. It appears the killer of Elise Donum was known as Misty Faye. Or, excuse me, it appears that killer of Elise Donham, also known as Misty Faye, was her own daughter, Maya Faye. Overcome with guilt for what she had done, Maya Faye jumped to her death into the raging waters of the Eagle River. It can't be! Ha! This is dumb. Right? Have you ever heard this one? Once you eliminate the impossibility, or the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. No matter how improbable it may seem. Didn't we hear this several times? We heard this shit in Danganronpa too. According to this witness, Maya Faye threw herself into the Eagle River. That's bullshit. If Miss Donham was dead, okay. If Miss Donham is dead and Pearls is right next to us, who the hell is summoning Dahlia? Answer that fucking question. No one wants to answer that. Remember, this woman testified earlier that the bridge was already on fire when the murder was taking place in the garden. Which means if Maya had thrown herself into the river, it must have been from the inner temple side near the bridge. That's right. That's where she jumped off. But there's a rocky cliff on that side. There's a rocky cliff on that side. We would have found a body. But that's impossible. It's impossible to jump into the river from there. What? Don't get your panties all twisted up, Trite. Just relax and think through the whole thing again. The Dusky Bridge. So it's impossible because of the Dusky Bridge. Maya couldn't have thrown herself into Eagle River. So at this point, we already figured out what the hell is going on. Miss Hawthorne claims Miss Faye threw herself into the river from the inner temple side. Do you have any evidence that refutes this claim? Yes. The bridge itself. Damn, I wish I could save it though. Do I show the bridge? Do I show the bridge? Do you have any evidence that refutes this? Hazakuri Temple Map. Touch the check button for details. Yeah, look at that. It shows the entire rocky area right here. I wanted to show the photo, but the photo doesn't really show like the rocky area that well. But this shows it really, very well. So if we show this, it should prove it. It's impossible to jump into the Eagle River from the inner temple side. No one knows that better than the witness. What did you say? 11 years ago, you jumped into the very same river. Just take a look at this overhead map. As you can see, below the cliff on the inner temple side is a big rock shelf. Oh! You're right! She wouldn't have reached the river if she had jumped off from there. In other words, if she had jumped, we should be able to see her body in this photo! Oh! 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 You! No! These freakouts are over dramatic. Order! You're just playing with me. Maya Faye's body is at the bottom of the Eagle River. There's nowhere else she could be possibly hiding. Miss Hawthorne, have you ever heard this one before? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. Yes, just a few minutes ago. Maya Faye wasn't inside the Sacred Cavern. We know that she didn't throw herself into the Eagle River. Correct. That eliminates all the most likely possibilities. Now, although it seems improbable, there's still one other place she could be. Here in this very courtroom. What is this one possibility you are talking about? That's obviously a bluff. So where is her dead body then? I think the pieces are all falling into place. They're falling together. Normally the living have no way to punish the dead. But I think there is a way to give Dahlia Hawthorne the ultimate punishment. Hey, look at that, she deserves to be in Danganronpa. Shall I tell you, Miss Hawthorne? Oh my god! No! They're gonna kill me if I get this wrong. But I think I already said this several times in this very courtroom. Oh my god, please tell me I'm not wrong. There's only one possibility left. Namely, she's right here in this very courtroom. Maya Fey's here? You say she's in my courtroom? Oh my god, what is he saying?